So how do you overcome the fear of missing out, or FOMO for short? Every trader at one point or another will experience the event of seeing a stock that you wanted to buy at a lower price move higher and higher without you. Witnessing this is incredibly painful, and the ultimate outcome of this is finally entering the stock near the highest point of the move and then pulling back and stopping you out of your position. And this is a cycle that doesn't stop, and it almost feels like the market's out to get you specifically. The fear of missing out not only influences our short-term behavior, but it solidifies the response by creating a long-term habit. The more that you chase stocks and get stopped out, you're creating habits, and you're not making it easier for yourself to get out of. As you make an effort not to chase stocks, it'll become a lot easier over time to just say no to that feeling that you get. The most common fear of missing out inducing scenarios are information overload, social media, poor risk management, impatience, or just simply no rules. One rule that we use is never buy a stock more than 2% past its pivot point. You want to buy a stock at its proper pivot point, and when you move more than 2% past that, we consider that chasing. If you've identified your risk for that trade and your stops from the pivot point are 4%, if you now chase past that 2%, you're adding a lot of extra risk to your trade, and you're skewing that risk to reward. If a stock moves more than 2% past your pivot point, the best thing to do is set an alert, so if it comes back, which it normally does, we spoke about the stock usually comes back from people that were in the move earlier taking profits, and then once it comes back in that 2% from its pivot point, you can buy a position, or if it doesn't come back, you just move on to the next trade. There's endless opportunities in the stock market, and there's always going to be another trade, and you have to remember that the next time you decide you want to chase. So can you get rid of the fear of missing out? No. FOMO pops into the head of the very best traders and the worst traders at the same time in pretty much the same ways. The difference is how you react to it. Poor traders react to it because they simply have to. They're under their emotions. Pro traders just ignore it. They have control of their emotions. And by simply not reacting to your fear of missing out, you avoid a ton of losses and you can make a fortune. A few ways to get past FOMO. Plan your trade ahead of time. We talk about this a lot. Always have a plan. You should always be stalking chart patterns in advance and then be waiting for your entry to present itself. Stop chasing. We recommend not buying a stock more than 2% above its entry price. Remember, the prices often pull in to retest a breakout point and can still act within character. And this is absolutely healthy action that would normally have stopped you out if you chased, but now you'll be sitting comfortably in your position. Most trades don't go straight up. Accept the loss beforehand, know exactly what you would lose on the trade before you take the trade, and really accept it. Understand that you don't need this specific trade to be successful. Rather, you need a series of trades that have an edge to deliver profitable returns over time. Stop interfering mid-trade. This is one of the hardest things to do. There's going to be plenty of times when every other stock is going up and your stock is doing nothing or moving down. Remember, as long as your trade is between your predefined stop loss and your profit target, it's still in play and there's no need to interfere. There's nothing you need to do. All of your work should have been done before the trade was placed. And finally, turn out distractions. This includes the news, social media, whatever else is clamoring for your attention. Too much information is paralyzing for a trader, and you need to tune out all of your distractions. Finally, if you take a loss, own that, try to understand why, and move on. And if you win, own that too. You're doing something right.